Is there an epidemic of white people calling 911? Hi, thanks for watching. Today is Monday, Mainstream Media Monday, where I take a look at what's going on in the mainstream media and tell you why it's a bunch of BS. So today I'm going to talk about a story from last week, and I'm going to use this video from the Young Turks, Anna Kasparian, as an example. Anna Kasparian has said that 911 is being used by white people and it's an epidemic. So let's see if that's true or not.
We recently learned about a woman who dialed 911 on whales during a boating adventure.
Oh my God, this is amazing, you guys. There's another one right behind it. It's fine.
Okay, so she starts off the video of a cute story of a woman that called 911 because she was scared of some whales, okay? And from there, she leads into some more serious notes. But she does this to bring up this supposed 911 call. Let's see what she says.
There was another one of these 911 calls, this time against an 11-year-old boy.
Teresa Klein accused a 9-year-old boy of sexual assault. It's unclear if she was faking the call.
And I am going home. Goodbye, 911 operator.
Police say they have no record of it.
Wait a sec. Did they just say that it's unclear she was faking the call? And did the report just say that police say there was no record of it? That's what I heard. But Anna is telling us that this is a 911 call and that this is an epidemic. I'm sorry, Anna, but a fake call is not a 911 call. Well, who else could we turn to? How about the Washington Post? A black child's backpack brushed up against a woman. She called 911 to report a sexual assault. Well, that sounds incredible. But let's go down to like paragraph 12, and what do they say there? Oh, New York police said the department did not receive any complaints or 911 calls coming from the deli's address. So you see, the Washington Post puts 911 in the headline because that's what everybody reads. But when you read through the story, you find out there's no record of the call at all. She made a fake call. This is not an epidemic of people calling 911. In fact, this is a case where nobody called 911.
We've seen far too many instances of unarmed African Americans getting shot by cops after someone calls 911 to report them for doing nothing wrong. In some instances, like the case of 12-year-old Tamir Rice,
to report them for doing nothing wrong, with that exasperated look on her face. And she goes into a story about Tamir Rice. Now, that was a tragic story. But if you were to hear the 911 call, I just listened to it, and you would hear a frustrated man say that he was scared S-less because some kid had what looked like a gun and he was pointing it at people. And he was watching him across the street, pointing it at different people and scaring the hell out of them. But this seems wrong to me. Now, obviously, no one should ever get shot for having a toy gun. But to make the claim that people are calling 911 for no reason at all, for people that did absolutely nothing wrong, that's not true. That's disingenuous, and you know it. You see, that's the thing that the mainstream media does. They decide on what they want the narrative to be. The thing is, lots of people call 911 for no reason. Here's some examples of 911 calls. How about the 911 call inside a Subway because a woman was complaining that they put marinara sauce on her pizza and it was terrible? Or how about the 911 call about subpar Chinese food? Or the 911 call from a McDonald's because a woman ordered a 10-piece chicken McNugget and was told that they were out of McNuggets. That's right. These were all 911 calls too. They all happen to be from African American women. I think it's fair to say that people of all races may call 911 when they shouldn't. But that's the thing, is this narrative about 911 calls, about white women calling on blacks. If this really were an epidemic, they wouldn't have to make up stories like this one with the fake call. In fact, I did a story earlier in the year here in Portland about a woman who was a state representative and she was out campaigning and someone called. The original story was that someone called 911. The Young Turks reported that 911 was called. Turns out that wasn't true either. Someone did call the non-emergency number after a half hour of observing this person doing something that she thought was suspicious. You can watch my video on it. I'll leave a link in the description. And I think you'll see that that was not racially motivated. But that doesn't stop the story from being reported and being spread. The Young Turks want you to believe that this is an epidemic. If this were, why would they need to have stories about fake calls? Why would they need to have stories about calls that didn't exist? Or 911 calls that were actually non-emergency calls? It's because this is not an epidemic. But this is what the mainstream media is choosing to tell you. But the question that I have for you is, why is some woman making a fake call a national story?
I'm gonna need to impose a 6-month ban on white ladies calling 911 until we can figure out what the hell is going on.
So Anna wants a 6-month ban, haha joke, on white women calling 911 until we can figure out what's going on. Anna, she didn't call 911. But how about a 6-month ban on white women reporting these fake stories? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Peace. Help me reach my goal of 1 million of 2,000 subscribers by clicking the like button and subscribing. Thanks.